woman, drops her kid off at school, not involved in protest activity or anything.
Died trying to be a legal assistant to legal observer to look out for the interests of the most vulnerable members of our community.
Okay, so this is what they've said. So let's watch the footage of the officer that got struck. Remember, he was recording with his phone? Let's watch that. So there you see, they were there to agitate. It wasn't just wrong place, wrong time, or dropped her kid off and she was stuck in traffic.
That directs people to block the kidnappers' cars, and for white witnesses to put their bodies in front of the person that's being kidnapped. We see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars. You have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested there. It's not nice around here. Just so you know, if we continue to have you follow us, okay, have fun. Don't make a bad decision today.
In the distance is a blue Rivian, an electric truck. It's been trailing us now for miles. What are you guys going to do?
If that individual does anything that would indicate that they're going to impede our federal law enforcement operations, we're going to stop. We're going to give them a warning, and then from there, they will be arrested.
That SUV is also trailing you and vaping at you.
Step back.
And if you look at the videos, it's all white women. Like, what are you doing? You don't even know these immigrants, and you're out here putting your life on the line and interfering with law enforcement operations for Jose down the street that maybe came from Venezuela with, as a gang member.
Some are even being told they need to be more willing to go out there and get shot when fighting. That was a direct quote, get shot when fighting back against some of Trump's policies. How do you respond to that, Leader Jeffries?
Well, we are in a more and more environment in terms of the unprecedented assault on the American way of life.
Is that every single person in the United States of America, U.S. citizens, white, black, brown, whoever you are, you have to worry now that an ICE agent is going to come and shoot at you and kill you.
The message from this administration is clear. Only they determine the truth. And when their forces come to your city, obey or die. And if you die, you clearly didn't obey.
Of leadership now that has destroyed the Constitution. They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution.
And I've been having flare-ups and stuff, so it's like I can barely, and I have panic attack.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Protesting non-violently against a dictator or an authoritarian, that is essentially an unstoppable force that they can't.
And the city burned. After George Floyd, all of a sudden there were some charges. So for those who are in the media talking about, don't burn it down, don't set it on fire, let me tell you this, we need justice and we need it now.
They literally want to burn down the city. This is not George Floyd. She literally ran into him. Yes, I agree he didn't have to shoot off 3 shots, but it happened so fast. She literally drove into him with her partner screaming, "Drive, baby, drive." I bet she wishes she didn't shout that now.
Congressional to limit or address decisively the lawlessness that the Department of Homeland Security has unleashed on the American people.
What is ICE doing that's so illegal? They're doing their job. They're enforcing the immigration laws that are on the book. If you don't like it, Hakeem, change the law. Aren't you a lawmaker? I think it's only going to get worse from here. I think they're going to be driving more cars into ICE. They're going to be throwing things at them, spitting at them. I feel like the National Guard needs to go wherever they are to protect them and protect the public, to prevent this so they can stand between the protesters and the ICE officers, since the left doesn't know how to stay at home. The last protest I remember the Republicans doing, or the right wing, is January 6th. That's it. Even when Charlie got, unalived. We didn't do that. And supposedly it was a left-wing person, which I don't believe, but I think he was involved, but there was more people involved. But these people just need to go home. How long is this going to go on? I believe they wanted this because they said, we're not going to see anything until there's blood. They were waiting for this to happen. The Democrats wanted this to happen because now they can prop her up and she can be their new George Floyd.
Protesters throwing punches over how they want to demonstrate their frustration with ICE. One group lighting the American flag on fire, screaming profanities at federal police. The other holding candles and signs calling for an end to police brutality.
People coming in here with their opportunist book, trying to just get people to come out and parade, that's actually going to stop these deportations.
Enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it.
Philly is so ghetto. That's why I left. I grew up there. Thank God I left there. I mean, this is going on in Portland. It's going on at California, New York, everywhere. These people are local.